Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Robinson. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm a rising sophomore at Jones College Prep. I'm involved in a number of activities, including my school's medical club, the Chicago chapter of Jack and Jill of America, and I also had a lead role in my school spring musical, although we never got to perform due to schools being shut down 2 weeks before opening night. As of right now, I plan on pursuing biomedical engineering, specifically in the tissue engineering and genetics sector. And today, I will be talking to you guys about how I apply technology to global health and how you can do the same. So, there are many ways that people have used technological innovations to aid in healthcare. We've all used some sort of health app or gone on an informative or misinformative website for medical advice, or, thanks to the coronavirus, had a telehealth conference. The digital health industry is growing at a rate of nearly 25% a year, which means by the time we're all either in college or graduating from college, this industry will be worth nearly $400 billion. There are digital health applications across all aspects of healthcare, including prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and management. I decided to participate in this health tech marriage by focusing on management, specifically helping people with food allergies. Food allergies are a growing problem all around the world. According to the World Allergy Organization, there are an estimated 220 to 520 million people worldwide with food allergies. In America, 1 in 10 people have food allergies. Germany, Italy, and Norway also have large percentages of people with food allergies. And so, I decided to create FoodV, an app that helps people with food allergies find safe foods to eat. But as scientists, we need financial support for our research and product development to bring ideas like FoodV to life. I went through an entrepreneurship program that taught me how to do just that. The development of my app FoodV began in 6th grade when I joined this program called the Young Entrepreneurs Academy, or YEA for short. During my time in the program, I learned how to turn my idea into a success. First, I had to confirm that there was a need for an app for people with food allergies. My sister and I have food allergies, and my parents used to have a hard time finding safe snacks for us to eat. So I knew my family would have appreciated something like FoodV. And given the statistics that I showed you guys earlier, there are definitely plenty of people who would also benefit. Next, I learned how to write a business plan, which allowed me to answer several questions like, what exactly would the product do? What are the customers like? How do I spread the word about FoodV? How can I make FoodV both profitable and accessible to users? I also created an image of FoodV, of what I thought it would potentially look like. Once I understood my plan, I had to be able to get others to back it up. Part of YEA's curriculum included pitching to potential investors, because you will often need investments when pursuing enterprises. Luckily for me, the pretend investors chose me to compete in YEA's national competition, where I placed 3rd and earned a $20,000 scholarship to RIT. My success in YEA opened many opportunities for me, including being on a panel with the CEO of the American Heart Association and the 18th Surgeon General of the United States. So that was all great, but I was still not done. In the first stage of creating FoodV, I had what was basically a digital sketch of FoodV. By the time I went to the national competition, I had a prototype. But I still needed to create a commercially viable version of FoodV. To do that, I would need to address 2 main things: acquiring product data and programming the app. Originally, I had planned on going into grocery stores, examining every product, and recording it to see if it was free of any of the main allergens. I decided that would take way too long, so I turned to this data company called Spins, the leading data provider for the natural, organic, and better for you products. They were kind enough to give me over 30,000 allergy-friendly products and vegan products. With the data issue solved, all I had left was to program the app. The problem with that was that my coding skills were very limited. So we decided to hire a coder, which was a far more intricate process than I had realized. After working with a family friend on a more specific document and submitting it to several programmers, I constantly got declines. Time was passing, and I needed to get a commercial version out soon. It was at that point that my mother put me in touch with a technical entrepreneur who advised me to create a web app instead of a mobile app. Putting my app on a website made things much quicker, and I was finally able to see the result of all the effort spent on turning FoodV into a reality. And here is the final product. So, as you saw, it is possible for us, even without much experience or yet attending college, to have an impact on global health through technology. It does take diligence, but if there is a problem in the world that you believe you can fix, I would say go for it. I want to point out that when creating FoodV, things didn't go as planned, but that's okay. It happens when you're in the development process. Things change. I also want to point out that there were several times where I got assistance because I was only 12 and I didn't know everything. And though we're all older than 12 now, we will never know everything, but there are plenty of people who would be willing to help you. Lastly, I want you to remember to not underestimate the impact that your innovation can have. I didn't find the cure to allergies, but I developed a way to make life just a little bit easier. That's something we all can do. I want to thank you all for having me today. If you have any questions about YEA, if you want more info on FoodV, or you're curious to hear more about the process of creating FoodV through a book that I recently became a co-author of, feel free to reach out. I want to thank my parents, my sister, YEA, Spins, and everyone who has supported me throughout creating FoodV. And I hope that you all enjoy the rest of the speaker series. Thank you.